Hey guys, it's Jess here from my living room, dojo away from the dojo while we're all quarantined. And like I had mentioned in my post a couple days ago, I was just going to go through a few yoga poses that help kind of ease anxiety. Because I know most of us are pretty anxious right now, a little stressed out. Some are working from home with their kids. Other people like myself are laid off. The gym is closed, we're all laid off there. So I just thought I'd go through a couple poses, about 6 poses, more of a restorative take on them. So nothing aggressive, we're just gonna hold the poses. I would suggest starting with 2 minutes. If it gets easy, then next week maybe add a minute. And what makes these poses work to reduce anxiety is the breath work, that meditative breathing. Yes, Gypsy, that we're gonna do. So it's slowing everything down. It's being present here on your mat. It's not thinking about tomorrow, earlier today, next week, what it brings. It's just gonna be present here for a good, like 10 to 12 minutes. That's all it takes to help ease anxiety. So the meditative breath work. We wanna take a nice deep inhale through our nose, hold for a count of 4, filling our belly and our lungs. Hold it for 4 to 5 seconds. Exhale through the mouth for a count of 8. You really wanna just kind of empty everything. And what that does is that slows that breathing down. It brings it down. We get away from that panting, and it stimulates that parasympathetic nervous system. So it kicks us out of that fight or flight. So we stop dumping all that cortisol into our body, and we can start to just relax. So I know with the quarantine, everybody's been, homebound for going on now, 3 weeks it feels like. Distance learning started if you have kids, which is god awful and horrible. And I've realized I'm not a teacher. I could never be a teacher, and I can't be a daycare provider. And they're my kids, I have 4 of them. So being home with my husband, my boo, who I love, but our 4 kids, our dog, and our 2 cats with distance learning, like going crazy. So these poses help just to kind of recenter and de-stress. Jippers, you need to move. So this is Gypsy, and she's gonna help us out here. So with restorative yoga, we use props, pillows, blankets, a strap if you have a belt, if you have the bands. Use anything that you have around your house. If you have a bolster, great, use that. If not, use some pillows. And again, when doing the poses, hold them for just starting with 2 minutes. Do that meditative breath work as you're in the pose. Slowly come up and transition to the next pose. It's not aggressive. We want to just kind of drop into our mat, be in the now. First pose, everybody's done this one at some point. Scooch back here so you can see me over the dog. Butterfly. So again, if your low back is tight, if your hips are super tight, get yourself a small pillow and sit on that to create a little height if you need to. So you can kind of take some of the stress up. Phineas, joining us. So butterfly pose, grounding through the sit bones, bringing the soles of the feet together, bringing them as close to the sit bones as we can. On that nice deep inhale, kind of lift through the spine, through the crown of the head. Exhale, slowly start to forward fold. And you can be gentle here. You can round the shoulders, use pillows, prop yourself up. And you just want to sit here in the pose for at least 1 minute to 2 minutes, doing that meditative breath work. From here, when you're done on your exhale, you can slowly come up. We're just going to then go into a seated forward fold. Legs come out long. Again, grounding through the sit bones, sitting on that pillow if you need to create a little bit of height. Again, taking a nice deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And again, no competition. We're not being aggressive here. The goal isn't to touch the toes. It's just to fold into the pose and just be still. And again, using pillows if you need to. Prop up your arms. You can prop up your forehead. Whatever feels good for you. From here, we're gonna do seated wide leg pose. And again, straddle as far as you feel it, starting to feel the groin stretch. Keeping the toes flexed up. Again, nice deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Walking those hands out slowly until you really feel that stretch, and then just hold it there. And again, no competition. It's not to see how far you can go. It's listening to your body and being kind to yourself. From there, we're gonna do legs up the wall, except in my house, we don't touch the walls. So I'm not gonna put my feet on the wall. You absolutely can do that in your house, but here, if you don't wanna do that, is just simply laying on your back, flexing the feet. Start with your legs together, arms come down long, and then you can slowly just bring the legs about hip distance apart. And then go ahead and roll up to a seated position. I promise they're fine. So from here, we're gonna go into modified pigeon. And I know that you guys have done this with Brian, Coach Christy, Coach Karina, Dorina, all of them before, but we're gonna modify it, make it a little nicer. So again, starting in just a loose diamond pose, bringing that left leg back. We wanna create that 90-degree angle, so knee in line with the hip, foot in line with the knee. Slowly, as far as you can, shift that front leg, that shin, to be parallel with the mat, keeping those hips square. From here, again, you take that inhale, and on the exhale, we forward fold. And this one can be a little intense, so get your props, get your pillows, and just sit here. So again, 1 to 2 minutes. From there, slowly bring that back leg forward. Maybe shake them out a little bit before you go to the other side. Again, this time right leg comes back. Again, creating that 90-degree angle, shifting that front leg, and we forward fold. Coming back up, again, gentle with your body, shake them out, and then ending with spinal twists. So, in a nice way, slowly roll down onto your back, arms come out long, you can bring those legs up, knees together, thighs together, slowly drop to one side, keeping the shoulder blades on the mat. When you're ready, kind of slowly come back up center, rock it out a little bit, and drop it to the other side. When you're ready, slowly rock up. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, you can come down, do a little Shavasana, lay and relax for a couple minutes. Again, through the poses, we're holding them for 1 to 2 minutes. I would really suggest, if you can, start with 2 minutes. It really allows you to just kind of get into that meditative mind space and really ease the anxiety, that stress, kind of start to melt it away. What we did is we did butterfly, seated forward fold, legs together, seated wide leg straddle. We did legs up the wall. We did pigeon, modified, and then we did the spinal twist. So I can put those in a post. You can kind of, run through them. You can ask me questions if you have any modifications that you need, or you can look on Pinterest. So there's a couple, things that you can do there. Hopefully we'll have another video next week. And I just want to say, no judgment. Each week that we are quarantined and we go forward with this, my eyebrows will still look like, they're still to look like Eugene Levy, and my hair will look like Joe Exotics. So no judgment here. But I know it's stressful, but during this you're allowed to scream, you're allowed to cry, but you're not allowed to give up. So we can get through this. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments below. See you guys later. Bye.